Hi there, I'm Olufunkege and I resolve conflict, hence the name, The Reconciler. I resolve conflict in marriages, in relationships such as parent to child, parent to parent. We have employees, in-laws, boss and employee, in anything called relationship, as long as relationship exists in it. Do I have to go into this? It's because one way or the other, we know that issues will always come up, conflicts will always come up. So what are the issues that causes conflict in marriage especially? Today, I would focus on marriage. Why do you have conflict in your marriage? First, I will want to address the issue of personal conflicts, personality conflicts. And what do I mean by personality conflicts? Sometimes right within you, you have issues, you have conflicts internally that you're looking forward to resolve. One of the signs is the lack of decision making. You can't really make decision. You have so much on your head. You can imagine if you have so much on your head that you have so much conflict right inside, how much more will you have the conflict with other people as well? So one way or the other, you always have conflict to resolve if you cannot resolve internal conflict or personality conflict. Well, we have other issues that causes conflict in marriage. We have in-laws, we have finance, that is money, okay? We have children, we have planning for the future, praying together, sex, we have anger management, emotional intelligence, we have domestic abuse also. Household chores is also part of it. Expectations as well. When we're talking of in-laws, we're looking at the family members, apart from the parents, okay, the bride's parents or the groom's parents. Apart from that, we are looking at their siblings, we are looking at how they get to integrate. Also your friends as well. Sometimes some people, in fact, we have singles who are really afraid of getting married because they are wondering and thinking they will lose their family and friends to this person they are getting married to. So how do you balance this? How do you have a successful marriage? How do you have a happy marriage in resolving every conflict that comes up? Remember and know this, that conflict is bound to happen. So conflict is still a good thing. It is a show that you do not pretend to each other. So do not look at conflict as something you should dread or something that you cannot challenge or something you cannot face. Listen to this. Every conflict, all right, can be resolved. Every conflict, except you do not want to. It has to come with willingness of heart. Okay. So I mentioned personality conflict earlier, and that has to do with individuals. How do you handle the conflict that goes on right within you? First, who are you and who have you really become? These are two stories that we are. From the minute that we were born, we became influence of anybody around us. Talking of the nurses that injected us, that we cried. Talking of the doctors that carried us from our womb, okay? The moment we were born, from parents to siblings to teachers, one way or the other, one person writing on our walls, and then we keep imbibing because we are children, and that is what our mind is. Our mind is a meaning making machine. Any influence, anything that gets in contact, we get to build on, we get to have that as our foundation. But look at this, you were created peaceful, you were created loving, you were created with everything good, but anything negative is been learned, and now we have to begin to unlearn it. So how do we take these steps? There's so many steps. First of it is writing therapy, which is what I usually recommend for any of my clients. First, write out the conflicting issues in your mind. What are you thinking about? Why are you so confused? I usually recommend writing therapy for my clients to write out whatever it is that is in their head, whatever it is that burdens them. So having a personal journal will definitely help. I know a lot of people who do not like writing. Honestly, it's more like you're shortchanging yourself. Endeavor, try as much as possible to have a journal. Just write out, unburden whatever it is that is in your heart, in your head, what is not just making the next move clear to you. Okay, so you should write that out and ensure that while you're writing it, also write how you get to know about this information. I think most of the time, even after writing what is is disturbing your head, whatever it is that is really, really disturbing you. After writing that, we do not write how we get informed about it. And I think this is a sure way to understanding yourself and even your spouse. How do I get to know about sex? For those who are struggling with sex, how do I get to know about money? What is even money? What is money? How do I get to know about it? Even the word marriage, how do I get to know about it? Do I just go into marriage? Do I just get married because people are getting married? You have to be able to write these things out and know why you're doing the things you're doing. How you get to know the why, and then you can always sign up for my course so that you will go deeper into what I have to tell you regarding personality conflict. And do not forget, the way you have issues with your personality, your spouse might also have the same issue. And imagine two internal conflicting individuals living together. You always have conflict on every little thing. So sometimes when you're worried as a married person and you're wondering, oh, we always fight over every little thing, my dear, it's because there is the presence of internal conflict with both of you, and you all both have to resolve it. Okay, so and then I have another question that I will want to say here, that do you actually avoid conflict? And I think this is one of the reasons why people do not want to, okay, go the extra length to just take a pen and then unburden their hearts into it. If you are the type that you don't like to talk to people, okay, you can start with that. And on the long run, if you think you need someone, why not? You can get in touch through our website www.thereconciler.org and book a session. And of course, you can get into this course on personality conflict and get to know yourself, get to know your spouse, so that you can be able to resolve conflict. I hope this really helps you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.